All right, so this topic is so important for us as solopreneurs because I want to use this moment to make sure that we understand that there's a difference between a solopreneur and an entrepreneur. So a solopreneur is literally the only person in the business, meaning the solopreneur is the person who is the face of the company and also provides the services within the company, right? So therefore, you are the business and you are the brand, right? Whereas an entrepreneur, maybe could have started as a solopreneur but branched out into leading a team to ensure that all aspects of the business are taken care of, right? So with that said, it's important for us as solopreneurs now to understand that how we will move forward as a brand or with our brand is by understanding and being open to the fact that we will have to be the face of our business. And so in being the face of the business, it's not just being about this pretty face life. It's also about, allowing persons to journey with you. It's about allowing persons to get to know your personality. And no, you don't need to share every single thing in your personal life. No, there is still a balance that can be struck. But at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge that persons or people buy from people, as I've said earlier, and so you want to allow persons to get to know who they'll be interacting with, whether you are a done for you service provider or a done with you service provider, so i.e. whether you are a vendor like a graphic designer, website developer, virtual assistant, or if you are a coach or a bookkeeper, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that we have to understand that persons want to know who they'll be interacting with so that they don't have to potentially make an investment that they'll regret later on, or so that they can just be empowered to be able to say, all right, no, before they get into that conversation with you, right? And honestly, it saves you time as well, so when you understand that you are the brand, when you understand that you will be the one that persons want to journey with, definitely, it's important for you to be willing to let them in. It's important for you to be willing to include yourself in the client experience strategy that you will be developing, and it's important for you to understand that, hey, again, boundaries will be important, right? And so we will have to start working on how we want to interact with clients. We'll have to start understanding how we want, like, the standard of those client interactions, the standard of how we'll present ourselves online, how we'll present ourselves offline, and just how our business will be represented, and in essence how we will be represented overall, right? So understand that you are the brand. Understand that you as a solopreneur will be the prime representative of your business and your brand. And so you have to be open to that. You have to get into that mindset so that you can actually start networking, so that you can actually position yourself for healthy scaling and healthy growth, and at the end of the day, to make that impact that you want to make.